Hey there, treasure hunters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vault Builders. Episode 37, Ancient Dangers and Its Treasure. God, everyone is sappers or breachers. Like, exclusively. The last, 4 raids have been sap, breach, sap, breach. Cut me some slack, man. Okay, Moxie back out of this fight because you have a little mood issue. Ouch. Got warhammered. Well, they're already fleeing. I don't need more corpses than necessary, so let's just leave them be. Look how this guy's name was just Alarm. Whoa! Nice shot. Bye! You won't be missed. Well, that was quick. At least. Laser Eyes has that effect. So, you guys want fun-sized to be tinkered with. And we'll try to get rid of his pain hypersensitivity. I don't think it's going to have a particularly high chance to work, because he does have a lot of powers. So we'll see how that goes. And the plan is to set out once Sapo has made the bionic arm for his sister, who lost a pinky. Not a major issue or injury, but we'll fix it anyway. Misha also needs an arm, but less than Moxie does. So the good news with fun-sized is he does self-resurrect. So even if he dies, he'll come back. And new prediction is up. So it's a 60% chance to fail. That's the calculated fail chance. But you can vote. And good luck in the prediction. Come on, Sapo, just finish that stupid arm already. Where I came with shield belt. Some of these guys did have shield belts. Generally, Raiders shield belts are not high quality. They're like normal. Why I haven't been bothering to strip or anything. Alright, there's the bionic arm. Which means... What's the timer on the sealed vault? 11 days? Okay, there's time to go Ancient Danger hopping. So Winnie and Sashi, you're coming out. Crimson Sapo. Ambrosia. And beer. And here we go. Ancient danger hopping for the science. And architect parts. I mean, let's not lie. Architect parts, kind of nice. An underfarm raid. 25 intel, a persona core, or visibility decrease. Do we accept the underfarm raid? As far as defenders go, it's not as well defended as the last one, but it's still well defended. It has surveillance pillars. We need to destroy the... it has a Contarian turret, which is a long-range, powerful turret used by the Empire. Basically a super slug turret, so that's going to be a little dangerous. But have you guys decide what we're doing there. And also keep in mind, it might interrupt the other tasks that I'm working on, right? If I'm going Ancient Dangering with Crimson and Sapo, I can't also be sending Crimson and Sapo out to do an underfarm raid. It's one or the other, but not really both. No, so there's an Ancient Danger there. And that's the only one. Let's set it up like this, where we plan to leave immediately and then head over to the danger. No, where are you? I usually don't send horses, and that might be a bit of a problem because I have to like drag them off the map tile. But whatever. It's a problem. Maybe. A Persona Toxblade. Kill sorrow, calm thoughts. So a pacifist Toxblade. Not so cool. Let's... Cleared. I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't even want it. But we got skin hardening. Not bad, not bad. And this is done. I'm just gonna leave the hive awoken. I don't care. For the future... Oh my god. It might be worth not taking the horses for this reason, because trying to caravan the horses off map tile while also loading things into the caravan is not great. And it looks like you guys want me to turn down the underfarm raid. The rewards for the danger is like... It's a lot of intel, but we can get intel by printing it. So it didn't look too attractive to me either. For the record. Bionic arm. And finally, Sapo and Crimson are leaving this map tile. Took a while because of all the stupid amounts of running. Low-key my fault for how I formed it. And there is one ancient danger of, let's say, at least 3. One of the issues that we're going to run into is the game doesn't know that you have tech prints to be applied. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to run into a situation where it might give us duplicates, which isn't particularly useful. And both of them, I think, are extremely sleep deprived. So maybe after this one, I will exit to the map tile and rest on Caravan. It's a bunch of Scythers and an Inferno. They are protecting a tornado generator. They're also non-hostile. So there's a hermetic crate that I wouldn't mind opening. But in this case, it might be worth yeah, lure them out. It's, in truth, probably not all that worth clearing this one. Because if I laser eye them, all the ancient soldiers are going to pop out, and then I have ancient soldiers to deal with, which is annoying. What I want to do is I want to lure them outside. So I'll try to psycast puke them and lure them or something. Because even if I shoot randomly, there could be a chance that I hit one of the cryptopods and end up waking up the occupants. Fire is aiming at me. Okay. There we go. I hit one. They're going to be lured out now. Maybe. I can deal with the Scythers after the fact. Come on, puke. There we go. You're invisible. What? How are you immediately visible again? That's not how invisibility is supposed to work, but oh well, whatever. Sapo with the architect leg is now well set up to kite these things, at least. I don't know if that's what you guys had in mind when you voted for him to get the leg, but it's being put to use. Crimson is not hitting her targets, which is a bit of a problem. Alright, and they're down to 1. Well, there was, I didn't handle that perfectly, but it, you know, it works. Wait, what are you shooting? Oh, the other Scyther that woke up. So, a healing factor tech print? Not bad. Let's go and get out of here. So I think probably the easiest way to pack up a caravan is like this, where we form a caravan, leave, send not the horses yet, and only take the horses right as we're about to depart. And because of the carry weight mass is not an issue, we can then add the horses as we're about to exit, and it'll be fine. And that way we use our own pockets rather than horses to pack. Except for we're just so tired that my pawns are just like, I'm gonna take a nap. No, don't equip the beer. That sucks. Oh, could be worse. Too deep, but it's the steel drill. I'm having Agent Venom pop that door open, and everyone's gonna muster to deal with the infestation. Alright, for you guys, let's go ahead and add... Now that almost everything has already been loading up into the caravan, I can then add the horses, and now we don't have to run around and pack like crazy. So, they're caravanning off the map tile, they'll get there when they get there. Now we cringe at the low accuracy of my pawns. Dag's like, guys, watch your aim. He's like standing in the crossfire. Oh, I was not micromanaging Misha well enough. She got caught. I'll have her stand her ground. In terms of her powers, she doesn't have any powers that are particularly effective against bugs, which is the problem. And foggy rain is one of the worst weather conditions to try to shoot in because of it's like halved accuracy. Where we're coming, Misha. Sorry about all the ridiculous scars and damage to your body. Oh, now what? Caravan. Second time today. Yep, you're not wrong. Having a really bad head cold makes me careless. Just the truth of the matter. We'll patch her up. She'll be alright. Rod. Go 10. Misha. And Sapo and Crimson, you are going to just rest. They were exhausted, so... giving them whatever time they think they need. Oh, she's all patched up. She doesn't have any powers that helps her recover faster, and Sapo's out of the map tile, so it's not like Sapo can miracle heal her. Just so that the random mega spider that is left here doesn't go chomping on her. Probably not wise to like have her crawl all the way in. We'll have Turtle clean up the spider. Okay, needs. Once sleep needs are filled, I'll have Sap and Crimson do the last of the ancient dangers in this search. Alright, the threat is, as far as I can tell, over. Why are there no relationships? There just aren't any. I didn't turn them off. Just nobody likes anyone else. It just be like that. I bet we could probably find some flirting in here. If we... Oh, actually, I don't really see a lot of flirting. Well... Apparently, they don't know how to flirt. That's why there's no relationships. These idiots suck at flirting. Alright, Ancient Danger number 3. What do you think we're gonna find? Yes, that is true. 3 are siblings. There's a lot to be said for that. You gave up your... orbital bombardment targeter for a tornado? How about no? Dear Lord, why would you do that? Okay, they are... Oh, there is a little bit of meds that I should have grabbed. They're all packed and ready. So there's an AD here. Is this an ancient danger? This could be as well. I'm going to have Sapo check that one out before I commit to doing a first one. And our exit point is southeast. So I'm going to want to do this west one first anyway. Yep, this is an ancient danger. Okay. So there's 2 ancient dangers on this map tile. Right. Coach join. Alright, well, we'll be abandoning them. Yeah, this is why there's no relationships. Because Rod hurdled an invective, it should be invectives. You don't hurdle one, but whatever. Invectives about Misha's friends. Well, Rod, Misha's friends happens to be your friends. So what does it say about you, you jerk? Yeah, look at Misha's friends. It's Professor K, and Mad Maxie, and Dagonite. So, Rod, who are your friends? Professor K, Dagonite, and Moxie. So I guess you were hurtling insults about Mad Maxie then? I don't even know. You better watch yourself. Alright, Sapo. Come over here. And we'll pop this AD open. And people at home are just like twiddling their thumbs, which is fine. I don't even care if they're being productive. Honestly. You know what they could do? Cremate human-like corpses. Let me rename this to everywhere. Or well, I said everywhere. Everywhere? So when they're like super idle, they just clean up the map tile. Super boring and really gross. But if they're in a good mood, I'll force them to do it. So we have an int trainer. Oh, this is really easy. Well, at least this one was a cinch with skin hardening. So another skin hardening, which is not a surprise. The game doesn't really know that it's a duplicate. I'm going to actually have you use the entrainer. You'll hack faster. And then let's go ahead and do the last AD. Power Claw, Soother, Lucy. I shouldn't do that. This is gonna be a little bit more annoying. Trying to lure them out so I can eyeball them without hitting the pods. Got a hit. Are we gonna lure? Come on, I shot you. I'm so tempted to just like launch a nuke. Well, the instant soldiers won't be much of an issue, because they're mostly dead. I guess it was an artificial metabolism, tech print? Aren't we technically instant soldiers? They're different types. So one is like, gene-modded, gene-tailored, and the other is not. So these ancient soldiers are not the same type, meaning that they do not join. They're not auto-joiners in the same way that the rest of them are. It might seem semantic, but it is functionally very different. One are vault dwellers and the other are not. So the plan is to bring the tech prints from these 3 or 4 raids, and then if we want to continue doing Ancient Dangers, you can vote for it. If you want to do something else, you can vote for that instead. So here we go. Vault priority. And again, the reason is the game will generate random tech prints based upon the tech prints that you have not applied to a research bench. So it's important to regularly apply the tech prints that you get from an Ancient Danger so that you reduce the duplicates. Fun-sized no longer feels super pain. It was successful. And a minority of you thought it would be. Okay, we are out of here. Heading back home. I abandoned some goats. I didn't care. So if you want to focus aiding the deserters, my plan for that specifically is going to be to do some plots. Probably some high visibility plots, because I wouldn't mind getting a little bit more on the radar of the Empire. Especially now that I have a base that is far harder to pod drop raid than it was before. Before, because this was our common room, they kept pod drop raiding here, but now that isn't really the case anymore. This isn't our common room, so we don't stand around here often. One might make an argument of I should move my research room, but we have... Oh, speaking of lovers, Dagonite and Age of Venom, now a couple. It was only a matter of time. Just had to be patient. Now, the other thing that I realize is the timer on this vault is a week. So pretty soon we're going to need to go to the vault so that we have at least one active one. Because if you have no active ones, you can end up starved for vaults. I applied skin hardening twice. Oops. Well, I could have sold it, but whatever. So, research. We have artificial metabolism, skin healing factors, and skin hardening. So we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tech prints. We did get a whole bunch, which is really nice. When did we butcher bugs? I don't remember doing that. Well, turn it into chem fuel, I guess. So, current priority right now. Plot against the Empire. Moxie, you seem idle. Go contact. So we have 20 at intel. And let's spend 24 of it doing the shoot down. This will give us an orbital bombardment targeter and cataphract armor. Honestly, I wouldn't mind using our orbital bombardment targeter against them. Just be like, hey, you got one of them? We got one of them. That might be fun. In fact, Crimson, you want to be alone for this? Or, you know, let's take the trio siblings. How's that? 1, 2, 3 trio. Bedrolls. Drugs. Good enough. Alright, 3 siblings in, 3 siblings out. With that in mind, you guys... Who am I gene tailoring next? Keep in mind that not everyone's going to be physically present at home. Because, the Forsyth siblings are not here anymore. So if you need a reminder, fun-sized is immortal. So if it fails, he can't die because he'll just self-res, and he's 3-0. A Dag is 1-0. Maxie is 1-1. Misha is done. Agent Venom is 1-0. And I would like to do maybe 2 plots against the Empire, not just the one. So once I finish this plot, I'll consider scraping intel for a next one. So it is what? What is this plot? Can I see details this way? I feel like it lost some details. But whatever. It is what it is. We'll show up. We'll do what we can. Double strand's about half grown. Yuck. I'll allow all. I kind of regret doing that. I should just throw a Molotov, but I'm like, we'll clean up on its own at some point. The siblings are just like an hour away from hitting the shuttle. This should be fun. So I'm going to put fun-sized through the cycle. I think. It's a tie. I'll just pick fun-sized because he can't die. Skid and Hardinger's research. Let's do healing factors. And here we go. So I wouldn't mind capturing Tropus if possible. That would be very nice as a potential to get critical intel. But I'm not going to go necessarily out of my way for it. I'm not going to risk myself for it, in other words. Ouch. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put space between me and them to have them group up in one big blob and then laser them down. Ideally when Tropus is not around. So, don't fire at will, enable invisibility, and let's close in. Tropus is downed. Now, as far as psycasts go, hit them with some psycasts, and then falling back, because I know that they have quite the overwhelming number right now. If I can lure them towards me, I wouldn't mind bombarding them, as long as Tropus isn't in the mix. So I'll launch an orbital bombard for where the battlefield's probably going to be. Do a combat command. Shield belt's almost broken, so I'm going to take harder cover. Moxie. Let's have you Psych Lance 1. I'd like to Psych Lance the Zeus Hammer dude. Ooh, that's a nasty shot. Sapo. How about we insta-heal her? Okay, she must have killed someone. Yep. Crimson. Let's have you puke them. And Sapo close the distance while they're puking. Down goes another one. All right. Let's see. Don't fire at will. Enable invisibility. And fall back. So I'm going to hit... Oh, you know what? You're already wounded. I'm going to hit the fire hammer, or the fire sword with psychic. And then Moxie needs to disengage promptly, because she's out in the open. I do have laser eyes off cooldown. So let's get this cluster, so that Mr. Flamesword can focus on someone sexier. And then Crimson, you have Psychic Shock, so if anyone gets close, we can shock them down. Alright, summon Lightning. And let's shock you. And they're fleeing. I'm going to go in and grab Tropus, because he is a high-ranking noble who we might be able to extract intel from. Alright, ultimately I'm here to destroy the crash shuttle. So let's close the gap between us and the crash shuttle and break that down with Crimson. Moxie, you want to be a little happier? Alright, I'm capturing Tropus, putting him in a little cubbyhole there, so he's captured. How's your gear? What are you wearing? Crap I don't care about. And I think we're done. Oh, Tropus needs to die? So here's the issue. I think if I carry him off tile, it bugs out the quest. Meaning I'm gonna probably want to pod drop. Oh, you know what? I'll just do it like this. Load a declassifier and just send it so we can brain rip him. Because I realize he's the one that needs to die. So, Crimson. Wear the declassifier. And let's go extract some intel. 3 critical intel. That's what I wanted to see. Nice. Crit intel is so much more important than regular. So that worked out swimmingly. Return back to base with our critical intel. Awesome. Well, that was worth it. In a big way. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vault Builders, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you at next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow deserters.